This tutorial will focus on creating tables. So inserting tables, formatting those tables, and managing them.
On this exercise, we're going to be looking at inserting tables into a document. So I've got my instructions here. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click the table button on the Insert tab. So here's our table button. We're going to draw a 4x3 table, so that's actually going to be 4 columns, 3 rows. It's going to have us go down below the table and enter twice because we're going to create a new table. And on the new table, we're going to make it actually be 5 columns, 4 rows. So go back to Insert, Table. We're going to make it be 5 columns, 4 rows. Okay. So we've created our 2 tables here. At this point, now we're going to look at inserting text into the table. So you'll place your insertion point in the first cell of the first table that you created. So I'm going to insert my mouse here, and we're going to type the word providers. And then it says you can press the tab key to move to the second column in the first row, and we're going to type amount spent. Hit the tab key again, and we're going to type number of customers served. And then we're going to press the tab key once more, and we're going to type keep provider for next year with a y/n for yes or no in parentheses. And then we're going to press the Shift tab because that will actually move you back to your first cell. So Shift and Tab will move you back to the first cell. And so this is how you begin to create these tables and insert the text into the cell. So what we're going to do with this tutorial is we're going to finish working with our table that we inserted. We're going to apply a table style, use AutoFit, insert and delete rows. So first we're going to start with applying a style to our table. So it says position the insertion point in the first table. And on the Design tab, we're going to go to the Styles group and press the More button. Okay. So my insertion point is in the first table. Go to the Design tab. And actually maybe this Design tab. So there was 2 of them. And here are the table styles. So we'll click on this little drop down, which will bring up all of them. And it basically says that there's plain tables, grid tables, and list tables. And we are going to choose a grid style. So here's the plain ones, grid style tables. So let's go with this orange grid style. Now, if we wanted to do auto fit, make sure the insertion point is in the first table created. So there's an insertion point. And on the Table Tools Layout tab, so here's our Layout tab. And you'll notice there's actually 2 layouts, but this one is Table Tools. So that's really going to be the key here to make sure that you're on the right one. We are going to select Insert Below button, which will allow us to insert a row. So this is under rows and columns. Insert below. So it did that. For this section, we're going to look at how you sort the table's contents. So I did go ahead and input some of the data ahead of time. So for our first step under the action, that's already been completed here. Sorting means to arrange data either alphabetically, numerically, or chronologically. And you can do that either in ascending order, which would be, from the beginning to end, like A to Z, or descending order, Z to A. So I've got all of the information entered for step 1. So for step 2, it's saying to press the tab key to insert a new row. So all I'm going to do is press the tab key. And so what you'll notice here is that a new row was created here for us. And what we'll do then is now type in the next following pieces of information. So I'm just going to go ahead and input this data here really quickly. And once we have that, then we will be able to do some sorting functions. And then I'm going to hit the tab key once more so I can hit the second letter B here, entering in Mayfield $300. One and no. Oops, one and no. Okay. So what it says now is it says select the table. So I'm going to select the table here. Let's see. So if I click the little plus sign, that is actually selecting the entire table. And it says on the layout tab. So we are going to actually go to the one where it says table tools, the layout tab. We're going to click the sort button. So our sort button is over here, the A to Z. And we'll go ahead and hit the sort button. And so it depends on, what we are sorting by. And we want to sort by providers. So our sort by providers is here. And we're going to do ascending order. That's perfect. And click OK. So now what it has done is it has changed it into alphabetical order. So we have it starting with allied health. If you wanted to sort differently, you could go by amount spent, the highest number spent. And so you can really play around with this sort feature in your tables to get the information in the most logical way that you're wanting to look at it. So providers and let's say descending order. So we want it to be starting with Z going to A. And that's really all you have to do to sort that particular table. So for this exercise, we're going to be looking at how you can merge cells in a table. And we'll be looking at doing some alignment adjustments as well. So merging is combining 2 or more cells into one. What it's going to have us do is select the first row on table 2. So here is our table 2. We'll select our first row here. And what we're going to do then is combine this to be one cell. The way that you will do that is it says on the table tools layout tab, you're going to go to the merge group and click the merge cells button. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit just so that you can see it happen. I'm going to click merge cells. And now what has happened, instead of having our individual columns there, that first row is one big box. In that big box, they want us to go ahead and type total customer surveys completed weekly. Total customer surveys completed weekly. After that, they're going to have us go January to May, and we'll put those in the next fields here. So January, February, March, April, May. Underneath that, it does give us some numbers to type in. I'm going to try to type in these numbers fairly quickly. So 25, 35, 45, 40, and 40. If we hit tab, it'll give us a new row, and that's all you have to do there. This next row is all 20s. So I'm just going to quickly go through and put all 20s in. All right. So if it was me, if you were going to set up, alignment here, you're probably going to want to align some of your text differently, especially like this very first one here, this box for your cell that we merged. I mean, I would think that you would probably want it center aligned just so that it looks better. So I've center aligned it, and I probably would even go ahead and center align all the months. So I highlighted all the months, we center aligned those. If you want to change the style of your table, you can click the little plus sign, which highlights the entire table. You can go back to, looks like design, and go to the tables here. And if we wanted to change the look of it, we could change the way that that style looks. And that's how you can modify the table style and alignment there. With this, we are going to look at how to convert text into a table and vice versa. So the first thing I've done is I've opened the practice page that we already had. And what we're going to do is it's going to have us select the text in the document on the first page. But we're not selecting the title of the page or the table. Okay. On the Insert tab, we're going to go to the Tables group and click the Table button, and then we're going to click Convert. So let's see here. So we are going to select all of this text on this first page. And so now what I will do is follow these steps here by going to that Insert tab. Go to our Tables group. We're going to click the Table button. And then here's the one where it says Convert Text to Table. And it's saying, notice how it'll recognize exactly how many rows and columns are needed. Okay, so once you click OK, now it's saying in the cell size group on the Layout tab, so let's go to the Layout tab, cell size group here, we're going to click Auto Fit. So it'll auto fit the contents. Okay, so it's going to make our table look a little bit smaller once it auto fits. And then it says on the Layout tab, under the Properties button, which is under Table, we're going to then select the Table tab. And we're going to center the alignment here and click OK. All right. So that is how you can create a table from text, convert that, and also align. What we're going to do next is we're going to convert a table to text, which happens to be the opposite. So we're going to look at the second table in our document, and then we're going to follow those steps. So our second table in this document is here. So I'm going to highlight it so that it's selected. We are going to click Convert to Text in the Data group in the table tools layout. So table tools layout, go to our data group, okay? And now it says convert to text. And I'm just going to click OK with the tabs here. And so now what it has done is converted it to text instead of an actual table. And that wraps up the converting text to tables or tables to text.